I'm going to do a flip through of my new little bird book that I made. It's about 3 inches by 3.5 inches. And this little book has sort of a nature theme using a bunch of vintage images, bird images and wildflower images, but then also using a lot of things from Tim Holtz Idea Ology. So I made the covers out of chipboard covered in book cloth, and then this vintage frame, vintage crushed velvet ribbon, and vintage lace, and the bird images from a 1929 field guide that was very ripped apart, and so I thought I would upcycle some pieces of it. And a lot of the bird images that you see in this little book are from that field guide or from a similar wildflower field guide. And then a lot of the other pieces are from Tim Holtz Idea Ology, and the papers are all from Tim Holtz backdrops. This end paper I made with watercolor, embossed it using a new tiny print stamp from Stampers Anonymous, and used Ranger Rusty Hinge embossing glaze. And it has a nice texture as well as looking pretty, and I thought the colors went really well. And you see a lot of these vegetable ivory buttons throughout that are vintage or really antique tiguanut carved buttons. They used to be really, really common, so you find them a lot. So here's an Idea Ology image. This is an Idea Ology image in an Idea Ology frame. Another Idea Ology image looks just like an antique botanical and fits right in with the theme. And a bird image from that little book. And this is from a little wildflower book. And again, all these beautiful papers are from Tim Holtz backdrops from Idea Ology. And I think that the antique images go so pretty with the Tim Holtz, you really can't tell which is which. I love that. And that's it. That's the back of the book. So it's really an accordion book. It looks like a little slinky when you go like this, but it stretches out to look like you've got file cards in a file cabinet, and that's why I structured it this way. It's called a flag book, where all of the pages sort of stick up and down. Thanks very much for taking a look.